Well, hello, hello, hello. Today's drawing lesson is brought to you by the cool colors. Yes, greens and purples and blues. Those colors are called cool colors. And so today we're going to be drawing this beautiful peacock together on this episode of Make Art with Mrs. M. So why don't we just get started? First, make sure you bring out your cool colors, any green, purple, blue that you have. Bring them out. Let's see if we can put those all to good use today, drawing this beautiful peacock. And you're going to need a spot of orange, so I'm going to grab orange now, even though it's not in the same color family. I'll put it on this side. Okay, let's get started. The very first thing I'm going to do is keep my paper turned horizontally so that I can begin to draw this beautiful bird whose wings spread wide, and we're going to get started with that by drawing the body. I'm going to start with an oval for this peacock's body. And then this peacock has a long neck and a small head. So I'm going to go up, curve in a little ways, and go back out for the head and come around to the other side and curve back in and come down and connect to the oval. That almost looks like a spoon. If I put a curve right there, that would look like a spoon on the end of this oval. Okay, I'm going to add this white area on its head that goes around its eye. There's the eye. And I'm going to add a little beak. And there's a line where it opens. Good. Now he has feathers on top of his head. Now, some of you might be saying, well, I want mine to be a she. Peacocks are the male of these peafowl. A female of this species is called a peahen. So I've made two long lines, two more long lines there for the legs on Mr. Peacock. And I'm going to make two small lines that lean out. So it's down and away, down and away. Next, I'm going to start here and go up and then down, up again. And this time when I go down, I'm going to connect to make the feet. So I'm going up, down, up, and down to connect. This bird is covered with the most beautiful feathers. I'm going to use this line across the body. I sort of have it curved because his body is rounded, so it helps his body look more round by doing those lines that way. And a few more down here, all the way to the bottom. Okay. Now here comes the fun. We're going to draw the feathers, but first we're going to start right here at the top of this peacock's head. I said penguin. Oh my gosh. That's a totally different kind of bird. This peacock has really large feathers that he displays when he wants to attract a female. So I'm going to go up between these two, all the way up and curve over and come down to the body. I'm going to start here, do it again, up and over, around the beak, and down to the body. So I've started with those two right in the middle. And let's see, I'm going to make one on the right side. It's going to go way out, curve, and come back. And do that again on this side. Go way out, curve, and come back. Okay. These birds can fly. I didn't know they could fly. Such long, floppy feathers. But these aren't the feathers they use for flying. It's their wings. Alright, so I've added one on this side and one on this side. I'm going to come over here and add another one right beside. And do the same thing on the other side. Very good. I'm going to go back here, here, and then down and down. I think maybe by then I will be done. Go up and over and back in. And go up carefully, over and back to the body. Now it looks like I'm going to get about 2 more in here. So right down the middle, come up, turn and go in. And there. And the last one, I'm just going to draw a curved line right at the top to connect. Curved line right there to connect. All right, so next, there are these spots on their tails that look like eyes. Actually, they're located all over these tail feathers. But let's just focus on doing the ones at the end of the tail for this project. If you've ever seen a real peacock, they are beautiful. They look royal because these flowers on top of their head look like a crown. They look like royal birds. Maybe those flowers are called a crown. Maybe those feathers are called a crown. The feathers on the head, maybe they're called a crown. I'm not sure. That's something I'm going to have to research and find out what they're called. If it's actually called a crown. I'm going back inside. I'm adding a smaller circle in the middle. And voila, there it is. It's done. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to begin to add color. So the first thing I'm going to do is add color to the body. The head is going to be blue, and the feathers, I'm going to do an alternating pattern with blue and green right there on the body. There you go. There you go. I just added blue and green, did an alternating pattern on the body. And now I'm going to start on the circles right there at the end of the tail. So I added yellow, green, right there to the end of the tail. It's very light green. I'm going to go around that with purple. All right, there's the purple. Purple around the green. They look like eyeballs now, but so we're using the cool colors. I've used blue and green, purple and yellow green. So I think I'm going to use blue-green for the feathers, going around the big part of the feathers. Okay, hold tight. I'll be right back. Well, see, I'm done with that. The next thing I'm going to do is take the dark green again to add some details on the feathers by simply adding a line down the middle. Because when I look at these feathers, I can see some extra details. Then I'm going to add some lines on this side that are leaning this way. I'm only going about halfway up, even behind the crown of the peacock's head. So I'm doing on this side, all of the little lines will be leaning upward on this side. And now I'll go the opposite direction with those leaning lines. Now I'll go about halfway down, not all the way, with drawing those lines. Now I'm drawing them to the middle where the straight line down the middle is. In a few seconds I'll be done with this step, and I think that's all I'm going to do to this regal looking bird. So once I've added those details, I think I used all of these except for this very light blue. I'll put that away. So I used green, yellow green, blue, blue green. I used this purple, violet purple. I did not use this one. So with these 5 crayons, plus the help of orange, with these cool colors, we've created this beautiful peacock using the cool colors. Yes, I do think it's cool. Yes, I do. And I do know one thing. Oh, art makes you smart. Having to think and make decisions and make choices about what you do and how you do it, that kind of stuff makes you smart. Sitting and drawing and doing this together, we have just expanded the capacity of your brain. You are smarter for doing this, and I thank you for coming to join me in our art adventure. I hope you come back again and make more art with me. So until next time, keep drawing, keep creating cool stuff.